The issue that I think is developing in the employment law space and that people need to be aware of is the fact that the Fair Work Ombudsman is increasingly looking for other people to pursue in relation to workplace issues, in particular underpayments. So the Fair Work Ombudsman has a great track record by now of pursuing directors, which is pretty obvious, but also managers of companies responsible for underpayments, and going to third parties such as franchisors to be responsible for either the penalties or in some cases also the underpayments themselves. So potentially a manager becomes responsible for not only any penalties that might be imposed, but also for repaying the underpayments to the employees. Now, that's actually going to become even sharper-edged because the federal government is proposing legislation which would put franchisors and the directors of holding companies for their subsidiaries in a position of liability for underpayments that are found to be made by that subsidiary company or by a franchisee company. So what that really means is that managers in those franchisor and holding companies are going to have to think about activities going on in their subsidiaries and franchisees and undertake some due diligence, some reasonable inquiries, reasonable steps to manage that in order to avoid that sort of liability at the behest of the Fair Work Ombudsman. And I think more generally, even apart from those direct line relationships, if you're a business which is contracting somebody to provide a service, you should think of the old ACCC motto that if something is too good to be true, then it probably is. If somebody's offering you a service at a rate that seems impossible to believe, that's probably because they're not paying people at the right sort of rates or on the right sort of basis, maybe sham contracting. So you need to think about whether the offer is too good to be true, and if it is, perhaps ask some questions as to how come that's possible and some verification that people are being paid at the right rate.